Hello and welcome to day 14, 2 weeks into our 21-day pelvic care challenge. Today we are doing some more self-massage with the ball. We are focusing on massaging directly onto our pelvic floor muscles. So our pelvic floor muscles are going to run from our pubis bone to our tailbone. So they run this way, along here. There are also some that come out this way, but they're all in this space, the space between our sitting bones, between our pubis and our tailbone. So this is where we're going to be massaging. So imagine this is your pelvis. You're going to, if you're a woman, find your pubis, kind of walk down, almost find the space between your tailbone, your sitting bones, not your tailbones, and that's about where you're going to put the ball. It's usually around the vaginal opening. Make sure you have, pants on. If you're a man, you're going to go just a little bit further. You're going to make sure you're behind the scrotum. You're not going to be on your external genitalia that way, because that would be very uncomfortable and not fun. So you're going to be more in that space between your scrotum and your rectum. And then for women, we're kind of in that space, but maybe a bit more forward around the vaginal opening as well. So find your sitting bones so you know where they are. And then you're just going to lift up, place your ball. You might need to adjust a bit. You might feel kind of like a chicken laying its little egg. So once you kind of find that space, we're just gonna sit with it. Just try to sit up nice and tall and just be with this. It definitely feels like pressure, or it should feel like pressure pushing up into your pelvis from underneath. It shouldn't hurt. It might feel tight, it might feel tense, it might feel really not that bad at all. Maybe you have more loose muscles so you don't feel a lot of tension there. But this is a nice tool to help become familiar with what's going on in your pelvic floor and also potentially loosen really hypertonic muscles, really tight muscles. So first, just sit. Try to pull that breath to that area like we were doing in the very beginning of this challenge. And you can also start by doing small circles with your pelvis. And you might find an area that's a bit more tender. And you can just kind of hold on anywhere that feels like it might need a bit extra love, a little bit more breath there. Keep moving and be patient with yourself. You can also rock side to side or forward and back. I personally like the circles. Maybe do a little bit of side to side or forward and back if I find a tender spot that feels like it needs a little bit more love. Also, if this is too much pressure, take a thin cushion, put that on the ground, put the ball, and then sit on it. And that'll take some of that pressure off. If it's not enough pressure, remove the cushion, remove your yoga mat, have more of a hard surface underneath you, and that'll help with giving you a bit more pressure. You don't want to go crazy here though. It's not like your glutes, it's not like other parts of your body where you can really dig in. These are small, gentle muscles. You don't want to be aggressive with them. So always take care, be loving with yourself. Don't go for the really intense, no pain, no gain. It's absolutely not true. You want it to be painless. Maybe it gets a little uncomfortable at points where you're coming to that point where it's uncomfortable change, but you never want to get to the point where you're at like painful damage. So be patient and also make sure not to press directly on that coccyx or tailbone, because then you can kind of disrupt its location. You don't want to do that. All right, guys. Well, please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you tomorrow.